Happy Friday, June 18th, everyone. Welcome back to Daily Devotion. The word for you today, I am Sister Maria Dwyer here at Community Baptist Church in Santa Rosa, California. Sunny Santa Rosa. It's been a hot week, let me tell you. We made it to Friday. So today's devotion is, have you consulted God about it? And our scripture comes from Joshua 9:14 that says, "But they didn't ask God about it." When you consult God before making decisions, it keeps you out of all sorts of trouble. Joshua learned this the hard way. He had just conquered Jericho, the biggest city in the Promised Land. Flushed with victory, the Israelites felt like they didn't need to consult God concerning their next move. Big mistake. But overconfidence can be deadly. The Gibeonites, one of the enemy nations in the Promised Land, realized they couldn't win against God's people, so they sent negotiators in to make peace with them. And it worked. Even though the Gibeonites were lying, Joshua presumed they were telling the truth and signed a treaty. And it proved to be one of the biggest mistakes of his life. From that day on, the Gibeonites became a constant thorn in Israel's side. Joshua lived to regret that he didn't ask God about it. Some of the oldest hymns contain the greatest truths. Here's one. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Are you a make it happen in your own strength kind of person? There's a fine line between God-given assurance and self-sufficiency. And when you cross that line, it can cost you dearly. If you have a tendency to move too quickly or operate in your own strength and skill, read these words carefully and prayerfully. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Proverbs 3:5-7. Such an awesome one. So there you have it. Pray about everything. Even, there's never a time you don't need God. So if you're wondering, should I take this to God in prayer? The answer is always going to be yes. That's a rhetorical question. It reminds me of a story. I'll try to tell it really quick. I was testing for either my second or third degree black belt. I can't remember which one it was. And you have to do board breaks in your testing. And so I had 4 board breaks for this testing. And one of them, 3 of them were ones that I had never done in a testing before. One of them was one that I did all the time, and it was old reliable. I knew I could always break that board. It didn't matter. I focused on the ones I hadn't done, and those are the ones I really worked on. And so when it came that time, yes, I prayed, but again, focusing more on what I didn't think I could do instead of, the one that I always was so confident and cocky about is that one that, was, oh, that's not a problem. I don't need to practice that one as much. I got that one. It's these other ones. So as you can probably guess, time came, testing came. My first 3 that I had never done before slammed right through them. Old Faithful, I missed it. And oh my goodness, God, it was like, God, it was so humbling. And yes, you get 3 tries in the testing. I'm just that one that likes to get everything on that first try. So it humbled me. That's how God humbled me. And it was like, he said, hey, Dwyer, everything you think you are, you're not. And so it was a very good, humbling victory. And yes, we can always learn through our adversity and learn through our struggles, but always also learn through your victories, because yes, it was a victory, but a very humbling one, and I needed it. So it helped me too when I heard other people say, well, I don't need to practice that. I'm like, oh yes, you do. Trust me. I was there too. So, and always consult God in it. Do not be wise in your own eyes, or he will remind you exactly who God is. And it's not you, it's him. So have a wonderful, wonderful Friday and pray about it. Take everything to God in prayer, and we will see you tomorrow.